currently working at Restaurant 18. I've curated this travel around the world menu for you all based on my favorite dishes from around the world. We start in the East, in Japan, and finish up in our very own Canada. We've handcrafted a cocktail especially for this event, and you have also received a Spanish cava, which is a Spanish sparkling wine to enjoy with this meal. Pace the meal out as it is 7 courses and will take roughly 3 to 4 hours to enjoy. Alternatively, you can also break up the meal into 2 meals or however you wish to enjoy it. Do have the tuna course first, as the fish is best enjoyed fresh. Today, before we begin, I would request you all to keep your oven set at 400 degrees Fahrenheit. We will use that same temperature through and through. We're going to start with the amuse-bouche, which is bacon wrapped dates stuffed with goat cheese. Take them out of the box and have them cheese side up, as you can see. What we're going to do is we're going to cook them for a total of 15 minutes, 10 minutes facing this way, 5 minutes flipped. And that's it, that's simple. While we're waiting for our amuse to cook, let's start off with some cocktails. We have a pomegranate martini made specially for you all. You're gonna get it in a mason jar like this. It'll be in your box. Keep it in the fridge as soon as you get it. Take it out, give it a nice shake. Open it up. And that's it. Cheers. Alright, so now we've taken the bacon wrapped dates out of the oven. We're gonna now take out the toothpicks and serve them up. This will be your amuse-bouche course for 2 people. There you go. Enjoy. So, our first destination for the day is going to be Japan, where we have a tuna tataki dish ready for you. Take out your box from the fridge, the course 1 box. You've got a beautiful piece of tuna here. This is sashimi grade tuna that can be eaten raw. We have a yuzu kosho with spirulina algae. Yuzu is a Japanese lemon that is super tart and extremely difficult to find. We have 2 types of oil: olive oil, which will be a finishing oil, canola oil, which will be used for searing the piece of fish, and we've got lotus roots. The only thing extra that you will need for this will be salt, pepper, and your drink. Alright, we start off by first taking the fish. You want to pat dry it because we're going to give it a bit of a sear. It'll sear better and caramelize better once it's fully dry. You want to take the canola oil and you just want to rub it properly on the fish. The next thing is your season. We're now going to turn the fish over, season the other end. And now, you turn your pan. So when the pan is nice and warm, you don't want it really hot. Put the rest of the oil in. Take the fish, put it and move it around. By moving it, you're preventing it from sticking. And as you can see, it sears really quickly. You want it just a little bit of searing. Move it. This side. And that's it. That's seared. Once the fish has been fully seared, you want to now slice it. Just remember, this is a 2-portion piece. Sharpest knife, and you want to get a nice clean cut. There you go. I'm going to be plating one plate for y'all, but y'all need to be plating two. Start by putting the fish in the plate. Arrange it nicely. The next thing is season. The salt helps bring out the natural flavors of the fish. Then you take the yuzu kosho, spoon it on, just pour it over the fish and let it flow wherever it goes on the plate. Take your finishing olive oil, again a decent amount, it helps bring out the flavors, and you've got your lotus root. And that is your first course. Hope you guys enjoyed the first course. Now, for our next destination, we go to Thailand. Thailand and the whole Southeast Asia region is known for its pungent, powerful flavors and the use of bitter ingredients in their food. We have a braised pork belly dish for you today with tom kha. Tom kha is a coconut milk based broth. Take out your course 2 box from the fridge. It has the label on it. You've got a separate box for tom kha broth. This is a microwave safe box. You're going to be microwaving this to warm this up. In the main box, you have your beautiful pork belly that's been braised and ready. You have fresh cilantro. You have kaffir lime oil, cherry tomatoes which have been seared, and canola oil. The kaffir lime oil is kaffir lime is a leaf that is used heavily in Southeast Asian cooking. It's a very fragrant lemony flavor, and it is one of the main ingredients in the tom kha broth. First things first, take out your pork, keep it ready. It's been fully cooked. We've had it braising for 24 hours already. It is super nice, juicy and tender right now. Once you warm it up, you will see how the juices flow out. You take your tom kha broth, take your cherry tomatoes, put them into the tom kha broth, and you will microwave this for a minute without the lid. Take your pork belly, your canola oil, get your pan really hot, pour the oil into it. You want to start stirring the pork to get it nice and crispy. It does splatter a bit, don't worry, that's normal. You want it to cook roughly a minute per side. That's when you get the nice crispy skin and the color on it. Check. That's how you know it's ready to turn. Start by flipping them around. Once you've got a nice amount of crispy protein on the pork belly, take it off. Put it on paper just to get all the extra fat off it. Stop. Now we get to the plating portion of this dish. Start off by taking 5 pieces per plate. This is a 2-portion plate. I'm going to be plating just one. Take your tom kha broth, stir it nicely, pour it over the pork into a bowl. Take a couple of your nice seared charred cherry tomatoes. You want to take a bit of the kaffir lime oil and pour it across. This has tons of flavor. And finish it with a bit of fresh cilantro. So this would be your second course, which is a crispy braised pork belly with tom kha, kaffir lime oil and cilantro. Enjoy the bold flavors of Thailand. Thank you. For our next course, we go to India, where I'm from. India is known for its street food, and the next dish is a dish that has been represented multiple times in Bollywood as the street food dish that people go to for their first date, which makes it the perfect dish for Valentine's Day. Take out the 2 boxes for this dish from your fridge. You've got the aloo tikki chaat and the spice yogurt in one box, and the other box you've got all the condiments, which would be your tamarind and date chutney, coriander mint chutney, pomegranate, save and puri. Now save and puri are made out of chickpea flour, and they add a nice crispy texture to the dish. You want to start off by taking the aloo tikki chaat and warming it for 30 seconds in your microwave. You do not want it really hot, you just want it warm through. Take your potato fritters. You need 1 per portion. Put them in the center of your bowl. Start off with the spiced yogurt. Pour that over. There is a little bit of Kashmiri mirch for color. It's not really that spicy. You've got coriander and salt, sugar in that. You then start with the chutneys. You want half of the tamarind chutney. The tamarind date chutney adds sweet, it makes it sweet and tangy. You've got a cilantro mint chutney, which adds spiciness and savoriness. Then handful of pomegranates. Now because it's a street dish, it's got to be messy. You've got save, which is crispy bits, and finish it with a puri. This will be the 3rd course of our journey. It's an aloo tikki chaat with multiple toppings on top. Little tip, the puri is actually what is given to you to use as a spoon when you eat. It's really simple. That is a spoon for street foods. There you go, enjoy. Alright, now we've done 3 courses and I'm pretty sure our cocktails are done by now, so let's start off with some sparkling. It's a small family run vineyard which has organic sparklings. It is a brut, it's a bit of it's a drier one, and it'll go really well with whatever's left to come. I want to thank Noble Estates. They are the ones who've donated this wine for this event. Alright, now I'm going to show you how to open this beautiful bottle. Start by twisting this 7 times actually. Open it up from here. Get this top off. If you are not comfortable opening it by hand, if you've not done this before, I know a lot of people who haven't. If you're scared of it popping out, you could take a kitchen towel, put it on top and turn it, spin it. It won't pop out too much. Or hold it from the top and spin. You'll feel it opening up. There you go. And as a Spanish would say, salud. Well, now that we've poured our beautiful sparkling from Spain, let's finish eating there. We've got our next course is warm spiced olives with a traditional duck prosciutto and focaccia. Take your box out of the fridge. Now what you want to do is your focaccia, since it's cold, throw it into the oven for 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes. You want to just get it a bit warm. Let me start off by doing that. You want to take out the bag of the duck prosciutto, keep that separately, and your olives, you need to, on a very low to medium heat, you just want to warm them up. You don't want them sizzling. You don't want extreme heat. They will splatter if it goes too high, and the olive oil will get destroyed. It will burn. Alright, now that you can feel they've gotten a bit warm, you can touch them, just move it around a bit. You want them to evenly heat up. Take it off the heat, pour it into your plate. You want all that oil. Take some salt, crack it on. This is a two-person portion, so you're going to be sharing this. Traditional Spanish tapas. So this is your tapa from Spain. A tapa is basically a small plate. The original concept was you've got large plate flavors packed into a small plate. The duck prosciutto has been curing for almost 4 weeks now. It is done the traditional way, the way they used to authentically do it in Spain originally. I would suggest eating these olives while they're warm. When you're done, use the bread to soak up the oil. For our next course, we are going to Italy. When you think of Italy, the first thing that comes to your head is pasta. What we've done is taken beetroot gnocchi. We've taken gnocchi and elevated it with beetroots to give a more earthy flavor, and paired it with garlic sage, butter, and parmesan and walnuts. So take the beetroot gnocchi out of your freezer. Please make sure that this was in the freezer when you got it. The other box has your sage garlic butter, shaved parmesan, and walnuts. You want to have a pot of water boiling. Add a bit of oil to it. And drop your beetroot gnocchi in from frozen. When it's in, give it a light stir so it does not stick to the bottom, and let it cook. So about 2 minutes in, you will see that they start coming up and floating to the top. When they are up, when they float to the top, that's when you know they're ready. That's when you pick them up with a slotted spoon. As you can see, they've started floating up. When they start floating up, start scooping them out and keep them on a separate plate. So here you have your cooked gnocchi. Now you want to get your non-stick pan warm, melt the butter into it. A little trick with the butter, keep it moving, it won't burn. You've got sage and garlic loaded into this butter. And once it's fully melted, at this point you should be able to smell the sage and garlic just going through the house. Once it's fully melted, pour everything in and let it sit for a bit. At this point you can add your walnuts. Your walnuts have already been toasted beforehand, so you don't need to do any of that. Toss it. Toss it in the butter and you're good to go. This is a 2-portion serving, so I'm going to be plating only one right now. When that is done, finish it with your shaved parmesan. And that's it. So there's your 5th course. That would be a beetroot gnocchi with garlic sage butter, shaved parm and toasted walnuts. Enjoy it while it's warm. Buon appetito, as the Italians would say. For our next course, we stop in UK. We've got traditional chicken curry pot pie. Now, UK has been known for being spice traders in the past. Because of that, they've got spices from all over that they've amalgamated and made their own dishes with. You want to take out your box from the refrigerator now, open it. Your oven should already be ready and really hot at 400 Fahrenheit. All you need to do is take this, put it onto a tray and into the oven for a total of 25 minutes. And that's it. And now 25 minutes later, you have your curry pot pie with root vegetables and chicken ready to go. Enjoy. So now that we've finished our 6 savory courses, it's time to come home to our very own Canada, where we've got a very indulgent chocolate maple tart with strawberry gels for you. Take the box out of your fridge, open it up. You've got the strawberry gel. There are multiple ways to plate this. You could smear the strawberry gel down, have the tart plated on top of it, like this. Or you could take the second tart, pour a bit of gel around it. Feel free to enjoy it the way you want. Thank you. And that is how I would plate the 7th course. Enjoy your decadent chocolate ganache tarts with maple caramel at the bottom, and happy Valentine's Day. I hope you have enjoyed this culinary journey as much as we have enjoyed putting it together for you. I would really like to thank Nutrition Blocks and Food for Thought Cafe, two great organizations, for doing the work that they are doing for our community and for organizing this event. I would like to thank you all for choosing to celebrate your Valentine's Day with us and helping us share the love with our community. Thank you.